Hey guys, welcome back to the channel like always, and a quick reaction video. It's not going to be too long. The Nitro Deck. So apparently this is a official trailer for a controller for the Nintendo Switch. Now I've had a couple of these, well not the Nitro Decks, but I have something similar where the Nintendo Switch, it would dock into a controller and you're able to use it completely wirelessly. I gave that to my godchildren. They still use it to this day with a combination of other controllers and things. But I figured, you know what, why not look at it together with the rest of you, because you may not be aware of some of these different types of controllers. Now, I have no idea what the price for this bad boy is going to be, but I am going to look that up afterwards to see if it's actually worth purchasing and see what features actually come with it. So, without further ado, let's watch it together. I don't know, those two USBs in the back, it looks like. 4 mappable buttons on the back, 2 USBs. I know my Steam Deck has 4 mappable buttons on the back also, I believe. I forget. I don't really use them. But that is an interesting feature. Now, personally, I never really cared for mappable buttons. I guess some people that play games professionally or faster prefer it. I don't use it. It hinders my progress whenever I play a game. But to each their own. Anyway, let's continue. So it works for the OLED model, for the regular Switch, and the OLED model. That's a good thing. I don't know if you need a controller for both. Let me just go ahead and just play that part again. Compatible with Switch and OLED model. All right, so it worked for both, the same controller. Thank God. Because other companies used to make controllers strictly for the regular model Switch. Then you had to buy another controller for the OLED. I do understand that a lot of the companies that did that, the OLED model wasn't out yet, so it's understandable. But this is compatible with both. What I see in the back is that the input, I guess, allows you to charge it while it's plugged in. I don't know about the output. Maybe it also doubles down as a dock if you choose to use it. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I have no idea. Seems pretty cool if we're being honest here. I like the way it looks. Let me mute it so that we could just play the game, because God knows what they're going to do to my channel and copyright it. Got the charger right here. Makes perfect sense. No more stick drift. Now, I was a little worried about stick drift when I first got my Steam Deck. And I thought I had stick drift, believe it or not. But it turned out that certain games, like Dying Light 2, I guess has a gyro feature. So when you turn the controller back and forth, it moved along with the game. So once I realized what it was, I was like, oh, okay, my system is perfectly fine. But I haven't really experienced Joy-Con drift on a Switch. I've had a couple controllers that did have it, but they were used Joy-Cons, basically. And I'm not an abuser of Joy-Cons on a Switch. I have controllers, always docked it, and I had regular size controllers. So I never really had that problem. But this is going to help a lot of people that like carrying their handheld system. So that's a good thing. Swappable top buttons, that's cool. I did have a controller that had swappable, not swappable. No, it did. I did have a controller that had swappable top buttons. It was something similar to this, but not nearly as nice looking. Like, you got the hole cut out for the vent. It's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is see if I can look it up and see what this thing actually costs, because that's what matters at the end of the day. All right, guys. So it's not too expensive, believe it or not. So if you scroll down right here, it looks like it comes in different colors, as we saw. I guess different colors have different button schemes. The one we saw was the black one. Makes sense for them to show us the black one on YouTube, because most people aren't going to really want. I'm not going to say no one will want the purple one, but if you're trying to, show the general public something, you tend to want to show them regular colors instead of crazy colors. For instance, I got this headset for $10 at a pawn shop, right? Or $15. It came with this light up stand. It's not a $10 headset, but because of the color and popularity, the price isn't really expensive when it's for the resale market. Probably because of the color. No one wants a green headset. I could care less because I just test things out. But I do understand that colors matter to a lot of people. It's one of the reasons why AirPods are always white, because white has just a clean look and finish. It tends to look better than black in terms of dust and any type of dirt. It's more noticeable when it's black. White isn't. So people look at that as a cleaner finish for AirPods and things like that, even though they want multiple colors. And also another reason why they use bright colors for a lot of their products. But anyway, we are looking at classic with black and gray, of course, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to talk about the colors. We already knew about the removable parts. Now, it looks like the controller starts at 60, but you could buy it for 90 with the carrying case. Now, I for one, don't think for a second that this case is worth, with that $30, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of cases that do cost that, like the regular basic case that you would buy at GameStop or other places on Amazon or Best Buy or certain stores do tend to cost 19, 20, 30, 40 bucks. But this one does have 8 slots for games, so that's a cool thing. The thumb holes are big enough where if you change them or interchange them, it'll still fit. So they did think that through. This piece right here, I'm not sure it will go here. Maybe a charger or a tempered glass or USB or something like that. I'm not too sure. So maybe the case is worth $30. So let me take that back. When you really think about the fact that it's made for this particular device, which you probably could actually use it without this and probably use regular Joy-Cons. But realistically, if you're taking it on the go, you do want to protect your product. Now, me personally, I have a carrying case for my Steam Deck. It came with it when I bought it, and I got it from a pawn shop. But I don't carry it anymore. I only carried it in the beginning because I had no case. But once I got the tempered glass in the case, I never bothered using it ever again. And I'm pretty much good to go. But I'm just jabbering around at this point. It's a cool looking headset. I mean, cool looking controller. What I would suggest for a lot of you guys when you use this, with a lot of third-party Nintendo Switch controllers, you have to go into the settings of your Nintendo Switch. And there's like a setting like in the controller where you could turn on like Pro mode or controller mode or something like that. Around those lines. Turn that on. Because what I've experienced is that when you have a lot of these third-party controllers, sometimes when you just plug it in, it doesn't work right away. And you have to turn on that Pro feature or that third-party controller feature that allows it to be able to move back and forth, left and right, and things like that. Just leave it on. You never have to turn it off again. And then any controller that slides in this way and connects will automatically work. I'm assuming that when you connect it, the controller is automatically connected rather than you go into the settings and having to actually sync this controller to it. And because it has a plug at the bottom, I would also assume that the controller is powered by the Nintendo Switch itself. It's a direct plug-in rather than having a secondary power source. I could be wrong about that. I do not know because I don't have enough information about this. But if it becomes popular, we'll talk about it again. But anyway, I do have another review for you guys coming up, just so you know. I just figured I'd just do a little tech. Throw that in there also. Anyway, like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video where I will actually show you the Groove On bone conditioning headphones. So be ready for that one.